Hello, welcome to a new video. Today we are having a look at this new plugin called Articulate by Newfangled Audio. A few days ago I received an email by Newfangled Audio because I got their Newfangled saturator a few months ago because Riot recommended this on socials. Therefore I was subscribed to their newsletter and I got this email about their new plugin Articulate and I checked it out and it really got my attention. I was really surprised by how good this thing is sounding, and in this video I will just demonstrate it. I'm pretty sure you've all heard about the kilohearts transient shaper, which we all know and love, but this one is a next level transient shaper in my opinion. We have a few knobs to move here: the attack smack, the decay punish, the sustain body, and the release air knob. And I think I will just demonstrate it by playing some sounds now, and then you will see what I mean. So when we have a look at this drum loop, Riot drum loop, I will just demonstrate it with some Riot samples, and then later I will show how I used it in a project already. So this is a drum loop. And now we can shape it. As you can hear, when all knobs are at 0, nothing is playing. And we can basically solo the elements like this one. This is basically the transients, I think. The smack. This is for some extra distortion. Or yeah, decay. Then the sustain or the body. Without the transients. And the release or air. And with this 4 knobs, we can basically decide what elements we want to keep from a drum loop or from something else, like I will show you later. And this is great when you want to beef up drum loops or just percussion in general. And I'm really surprised by how good this is sounding. We also got a limiter. And also a sidechain button, which I don't know how this works yet because I haven't tried this one yet, and also a mixer here. Don't know what this does. I think this is the delta signal, and this is bypass. So let's move over to the next loop, which is a top loop basically. And here we can also increase the transients or the punch, or get rid of the sustain and body. Now we have a really present and transient heavy and punchy top loop. Really easy. You can also solo the elements or mute elements without having to move something completely down or up. Next one is a percussion loop. This is really useful to also tighten up drum loops. Without, everything is sounding a little bit meshed together. And by just moving up the attack smack and the decay punch knob, and basically muting the sustain body and the release air, we got some nice and shape percussion out of this. Last but not least, I also wanted to show it on a melodic loop. This one also has individual hits. So this is basically the transients again. The body. And this is also great when you have a cool sound which has some heavy transients already and you just want to get rid of them. You can just mute the transients or just solo the sustain body. And there's also a separation up where you can let the effect happen smoother or more focused, more prominent. This is really cool to shape your sounds. Now I want to show it to you in an actual project I've been working on yesterday and on Monday, I think. And it's basically a heavy tearout drop. It sounds like this. Stop there. We have these gun shots happening, which contain different layers. We have this sub layer. I can make a separate video about this to go more in depth. And then we have this tonal layer. And this tonal layer is using articulate on these settings. Like I showed it earlier with the attack and smack and the decay and punch maxed out basically. And also a really, really strong separation happening here. And without it would sound like this. So everything has a longer tail and isn't that heavy actually. And with articulate, of course, you could also achieve the effect with the Transient shaper by kilohearts and just find the settings for this. But I think this is even easier and more reasonable. I think this is a little bit more self-explanatory than the kilohertz Transient shaper, in my opinion. I don't know, but this one feels better to use because you have a little bit better control and can actually solo and mute stuff, which you don't want. And in context, without articulate, you can hear everything is a little bit muddy because the individual gun hits aren't that well shaped. You can also render everything and then resample and do some volume envelopes and stuff. But I think this is even easier and also great for variations, in my opinion. I really fell in love with this plugin. And also Newfangled Audio, if you see this video, feel free to send me other plugins as well. I can review them if you want. Yeah, but this is not paid or anything. I just want to show it to you because I really like the effect and the result. And I'm also using the same basically on this layer, but the other way around to get rid of the transients and enhance the body more. So we have a more sustained effect and not just a plucky or transient heavy sound. So this works great in combination with the other layer above. This can be used in any genre, whether it's drum and bass, where you also work a lot with percussion and transients, or yeah, dubstep, tearout, house, whatsoever. I hope you enjoyed this little video, this little demonstration. Let me know what you think about this plugin in the comments. It's really one of my favorite plugins I discovered this year. And the fact that I just got aware of it by checking my emails is a little bit ridiculous. Otherwise, I would not have seen it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and see you in the next video. Goodbye.